it's a sink full of dirty dishes that really bugs you, or an unmade bed. Well, for me, my pet peeve, it's plank pose, because we're all doing it in every class from yoga to boot camp, but no one's teaching how to do it properly. Rarely do I see a student just get into plank and have it set. So I'm gonna teach you this week how to do the perfect plank pose. And we're gonna actually do some exercises with it. So let's get started. We're gonna start on all fours. Now the first thing I want you to do is give me a big number 5 with your hands. Spread the fingers wide. You see my fingers? I got long fingers. You should be able to see that. And then you're gonna place it a little in front of your shoulder. And then the same thing with the other hand. Really press the arms away and feel like you're pushing the floor away as if it would move. You really wanna push the floor away with your hands. Now watch that you don't kind of roll to the outside edge of the hand. Put some weight really between the forefinger and the thumb, almost as if you're gripping onto the mat a little bit, yeah? So really strong arms here. Now your knees are gonna be slightly behind your hips. And you'll notice my tail isn't popping up and my belly sagging. My navel moves into my spine. I'm really filling in the back there. And I'm really strong in my core, and I'm not even up yet. So if you ever need to readjust and kind of reset your plank, you could come back here and just feel the lift of the belly. So I really want you seeing that navel draw from here, pulling it back, decreasing the distance between your belly and your back. Good. Now if you need to create more space in the shoulder blades so they can roll onto the back, you can turn your hands out a little bit. So those of you with broad shoulders might need to turn your fingers out, but don't lose that stretch in the hands. Good. Now, like I said, roll the shoulder blades so they drop back into the back. So it's almost as if you're sliding your shoulder blades into the back jeans of your pocket. Good. And then lift that belly. There's a slight scoop of your tail over the pelvic floor. From here, just look ahead of you about 6 to 8 inches. Focus on a spot in the mat. Feel that core firm. Curl the toes under. Now, you shouldn't have to adjust the feet at all. All I'm going to ask you to do is push the heels to the back wall and straighten your legs. So you just push as your body goes over your wrists a little bit more, and my belly's lifted. I keep pulling up. My legs are nice and strong. Imagine you had a block between your thighs and you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs. Now you'll notice my toes as well. I'm not kind of rolled out on my pinkies or rolled in on my big toe. My weight's spread across all 5 toes, and I feel as if someone's pulling me back from my heels. And you should be able to have this little sense of buoyancy in your plank where you could rock back and forth and find your perfect center. Good. Remember, shoulders stay on the back. Belly lifts up and in. And you want to be solid like a plank. The most common mistakes I see in plank is this. Doesn't look like a plank to me. That looks like a dip. Yeah? And then the shoulders up in here. Get those shoulders on the back. Breathe. Pull the navel to the spine. It's okay if you start shaking a little bit. You can always take that break back to all fours, reassess, and come back. But I want you to try to hold it for about 15 to 30 seconds, at least just the first time. We're going to be building up to more time. Again, feel as if someone's pulling your heels. Energize the legs. Lift the thighs up and back. Scoop that tailbone. Press the floor away. See, I tell myself these things as reminders for myself as well, because plank is not easy. We've kind of made it this easy posture, and it's really not. It's quite challenging. Good. Lower the knees. It's a great all-over body toner if you do it properly. So again, the 5 key points I want you to remember. First, spread those fingers nice and wide. Second, really push through the forefinger and the thumb to keep those arms strong, which in turn, third, is going to keep the shoulder blades onto the back. Again, think of sliding that shoulder blade into the back jeans of a pocket, yeah, as if you could stick your hand back in there. Third, keep that navel moving towards the spine. You're going to hear me say this so much. You really want to feel a lift in that pelvic floor to keep the tailbone nice and long. And lastly, it's the only time I'm going to say don't dip in that low back. If you keep the navel moving up and in, then you won't have to worry about that. So keep working on perfecting that plank, because on Wednesday, we're going to kick it up a notch. And by Wednesday, I'd like to see if you can hold your plank for up to a minute. And at the end of the week, you're going to send me your videos, and the perfect plank will win a prize.